Hey folks, GHondo here, and welcome back to Captain of Industry. This is episode 52. In the last episode, I modified our cargo dock here to be getting 3 oils to 1 water instead of 2 and 2. This oil was, well, the diesel was slipping a little bit, which was not so good. And the more fun thing we did is we got better fertilizer. That is not the right building at all. There. Yeah, so we're now using actual manufactured fertilizer instead of the organic stuff I was making, and more importantly, we are actually using it, because I'd been making all that organic and not actually using it. So it was just sitting in the pipes. So I was trying to decide, why would I type in research? How about I type in fertilizer, the thing I wanted to look at, is if it would be worthwhile to go up from Fertilizer I to Fertilizer II. And it certainly looks like it should. I don't mind using up sulfur, obviously we have far too much, and limestone we're fine with. So I think I'm actually going to do that. So I'm going to need access to a mixer somewhere, and ideally if I could put it in here somewhere, I could just grab it right off this line. So I might have to move this ramp a little bit. But let's have a look at that. How big were the mixers again? Oh, that's not that bad. I could probably just tuck that in here somewhere. Yeah, that probably would be okay. Which way is facing which, though? That's the one part I can't really tell. So it looks like Fertilizer in is currently the bottom right, so that would make it the bottom left. Yeah, so if I tuck that kind of, let's say here, so I want to make sure I'm still leaving plenty of room around here. I think I am going to move this ramp over a couple just to be, well, I don't know, because then it might block this. And I don't think I can really move this one up. I really can't. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess I can't just cut it. But if I instead put this, even just, it's so pointless to move it 1 square. Now I'm just not going to worry about it. Anyway, you will be doing Fertilizer II. That means you want fertilizer coming in here. Okay, that's easy. Assuming this is the fertilizer line. Let's verify that real quick. Yes, it is. Okay. And then once that's up, I can just snip this line and rebuild it from here. Out and through and across and up. There. Okay, that's hideous, but that's fine. In fact, in all reality, we can probably just get rid of that part immediately. We will be definitely trucking in, but not trucking out. Okay. Because there's no chance I'm going to navigate limestone and sulfur in on belts. That's just, it's not going to happen. I can guarantee them that. But the output absolutely can go straight without having to be messed about with. Okay, so you have used up all the old fertilizer ones. Fertilizer 1 is ready, so now we just need some limestone and sulfur to migrate over here, and then you're good. Okay, there's the sulfur. Okay, and I have some limestone, please. There you go. Okay. And that actually gives us more than we're producing, because this adds enough volume, so that's very cool. Okay. Now obviously that is going to take a while to filter its way through, but now that we're going to be using this stuff, we technically could go all the way up to 140%. I don't know if I'm going to. I think for now I'm going to leave it at 110, and if this starts to back up in the lines, then I can increase it, but for now I'm just going to leave that as 110 as the target, just so that they're using some fertilizer, but they're not like really trying to kill themselves doing it. Oh, we should get you out doing something, right? You're fully repaired and everything? Oh, right, compost. The whole point of that, sorry, before I get the ship going again, the whole point of that in the first place was that compost could become available to hopefully add to this. That was the idea, anyway. Can be dumped only in mine control towers area. Okay, so I need a mine control for them to use that specifically, even though the rest of them seem happy to do it without it, but that's fine. I'll give them a mine control. I don't mind that in the slightest. Congratulations, have a mine control. Means I do need to give you... You shouldn't need an excavator, but I will give you officially a couple of trucks. No, I won't. You really want an excavator. Maybe I don't need to explicitly give them to you. I don't know. Anyway, dirt can be dumped here. So I guess we just really... Or excuse me, not dirt, it's compost I'm worried about. That's probably why I needed that, because I can't otherwise set this. Okay. So I just need to watch for a truck to get over here once this is built to make sure it is actually bringing dirt. Or I said dirt again, compost. Why do I keep saying dirt? I have bricks on the mind. Okay, 15 white parts. That should not take long. No, I just need to be patient, so let's click the time button and let them just build those things. Although, actually, once I get all the trucks updated, they're not going to be able to go under that anymore. So I actually probably should drop these and ramp them now before it's too late, right? That would be very clever. There we go. Okay. Now we should absolutely 100% be allowed to ramp that. And this one also kind of needs to hurry a little bit. Okay, so you're up and ready. So I just need to see if somebody happens to bring compost. And that's just waste, which is helpful, and we do want it, but I specifically want to make sure compost is getting here without me specifically building an excavator just to allow me to have pickups, which seems very silly, but anyway. Actually, now who actually is making compost? Maybe it would be easier. Okay, you are. Because then I can see a truck leave from here. Having said that, this is going to take quite a while. So this may not be the best way to have done this. I don't know how much they're going to wait for before they come and pick it up. Yeah, that's going to be a while. I'm just going to have to leave that and try to remember to check it later. But this is definitely changing. I just hope that after all this, that it does support building weight. But it definitely is building out, so that part at least is working. So it'll only be a case of whether it can actually support weight. Anyway, we were going to get the ship moving here. Where is an excellent question. I'm pretty sure all of these are too strong. Yes, they are. Yeah, that whole section's far too strong. Okay, that one we can do. We don't need this oil rig, but we might as well go liberate it. Well, we've got a pretty good chunk out of this original Moundo garbage. We still then have to take this one out, but still, it'll be nice to get all this space back. Not to mention just getting rid of this eyesore. And my oil idea was correct. Diesel is now absolutely spectacular. In fact, we're actually storing a bit of crude again, which is very nice. This should be an effortless battle. Yeah, absolutely effortless. More electronics, thank you. And that looks like there's nothing further on that way. I should probably send you back for repairs though, even though you're not badly injured. Another quartz mine, and then just a general fight. So we can do both of those. Okay. Once you're back and repaired. Yeah, I was just noticing we have no concrete at the moment. Were we out of rock? Too much sand. far too much sand. Not enough gravel. Yeah, so we must not be bringing in enough actual rock. Okay, that's fine. As long as it's still running, I don't terribly mind. Because we still, of course, have the brick production too, so the white part should never really stop, pretty much ever. But it doesn't actually matter which version they run, I don't care in the slightest. It's no difference to me. Okay, we are completely caught up on reds, so now... and yellows, actually, so now we're just going to start catching up whites. Perfect. There's something I wanted to check. What was it? It was you. It was the ammonia. I wanted to make sure that that was okay. And that we weren't flaring any, so yes, that looks like it's fine. Okay. How are we doing in compost land? Still not enough to pick up. Okay. I just don't know. Is it 12 they pick up at a time? I can't remember. Guess we'll see in a second. That should put you to 12, and let's see if that's enough for a truck to come and fetch. I certainly don't see anybody. Okay, so clearly 12 is not enough for a pickup still yet. Alright, we'll just come back and look later. Disease again. Very nice. Alright, well, parts are catching back up very well, so I think we can start using some parts and get some research going. So, what shall it be? We basically did the entire left bit, so there's nothing back there. I don't really need desalinization, as far as I know. Like, I can't imagine needing that anytime real soon. Better conveyor belts? I guess I could. It seems very low priority, but... and it doesn't lead anywhere. Better tree harvester? Or better fuel station? I don't even really use these that much. Could do soybeans, which does lead to biodiesel, so that's certainly an option. Does a compactor do? Okay, can we... thank you. Oh, that's just for squishing stuff to make them quicker to move around if you have to move absolute tons of stuff. Convenient, but not critical. Naphtha to make fuel gas as an option, a different version for rubber. Doesn't seem super important. Different way to desalinate. Simply more vehicles again. Ethanol as yet another version of rubber. What does that lead to? That leads to a hospital, though, and that means I could finally stop having to worry about these stupid diseases I'm getting all the time. So that would make disinfectants for medical supplies, but I would still need medical equipment, so I'm going to need plastic before I get to this. So maybe we do plastic first? Okay, that requires either naphtha or ethanol, and I guess it doesn't matter which. So which one would we rather do? What else does these lead to? Naphtha leads to the rotary kiln to make cement, because we already are making cement in the concrete mixer. Is that going to be significantly better than this? 6 limestone and 1 coal. No, so really all that does is just let me use a fuel gas version instead of a coal version. That does not seem important to me. And this doesn't seem important at all. So I don't think we're going to do the naphtha version. Yeah, no, none of that matters. I think we're going to be going the ethanol version. So we're going to need corn mash. Yeah, so we'll have ethanol, and then the plastics we'll also make out of ethanol. So we're going to need a lot of ethanol, which in turn means we're going to need a fair bit of corn mash. Okay, well, let's start researching that, and then we'll have a look at corn mash. I'm assuming I just mill that, right? Yes. So that's another thing that's going to want corn. We're already, of course, using a lot of corn, A, to eat, but also for our animals. So I might eventually have to put in another farm, or just jimmy some of these around so they produce corn more often, which would also work. Like you, for an example, are already doing 2 potatoes, so I certainly could swap this around. And instead of doing 2 potatoes, do 2 corns. Maybe I will. So I'm going to switch you to corn. You back to potato. And then you back to corn. And the reason I just jimming them around like that is I want the corn separate, because I remember reading something about doing the same crop multiple times in a row kills your fertility. Which isn't a big deal now that we have fertilizer anyway, but just to make it easier. There we go. So now we'll have more of that. Meanwhile, you should be plenty repaired by now, yes. So please go out, and even though I don't want the quartz mine, go liberate it anyway. Fermentation tank. Yeah, I don't have it yet, so I can't even pre-build it. That's fine. We'll just wait. Sometimes it happens to be a building you already have, like when I was able to do this chem plant before I'd researched the fertilizer. Or excuse me, yeah, here. Because we knew a chemical plant from a different thing, but that one we don't. There we go. Let me guess. Electronics? Thank you for that. Yeah, we already have far too many of them, since we're not using any of them yet. But that's fine. So, yeah. Clearly I'm not using these pipes anymore that were here. So this, yeah. Not spectacularly useful. But I may at some point have to get rid of one of these just to keep access in here to build these kind of buildings, right? Okay, so you're using 14 per minute at our current population. And you can only build 16, so yeah, I can't add more here. Like, I can't upgrade any more buildings unless I either add more of this or be willing to live without the maximum unity here. Which I could do. I mean, I do have some spare, but... On that note, is there any edicts I might want? Could just do general health. Or I could do that temporarily until we get the hospital up. I've already got the fuel saving ones. I suppose I could do a maintenance saver. Although we are keeping up with maintenance anyway, so I don't think it's a real big deal. Like, these are doing fine. And technically the more they run, the more scraps we get anyway, so I certainly don't mind. Because that's free iron and copper as far as I'm concerned. Oh, yeah. I guess officially this would count as landfill pollution, which is unfortunate, but I don't think I have any other choice. I just could not find a spot to put that cargo dock. And I do really want to be hauling in iron ore. Anyway, are you repaired? You certainly are. Please go smite upon these people. Give them what for? Now we're going to need oxygen as well. Now oxygen we already have nearby, pretty sure. Yes, because you were using it as well, so I know we have access to it around here somewhere. On this line. Because I think yeah, well, where should actually the ethanol go? I kind of wanted it up here to be near the corn, but I guess the corn can just be trucked in. So I guess the better question is, where is the hospital going to be? It'll need a couple of assemblers too. Well, that's fine. So maybe they go over here somewhere, and I can just use these as, even though they don't need to be connected, but just have them like that. Anyway, thump them. Thank you. And that is an end node, nothing else happening there. Okay. But yeah, maybe I just don't worry about this, passing through bit. Well, hang on a second though. Okay, so actually the medical equipment is a pass-through. Okay. Yeah, so we'll make you medical equipment once we can. And yeah, they can pass through there. Okay. Yeah, because I haven't got any and I haven't researched yet. I'm not allowed to place them yet, but that's fine. Anyway, fermentation. Thank you for that. So maybe the ethanol production will go down here. So then it's not too far from the oxygen line. So we'll put you maybe right about there. Okay, where exactly is that oxygen line? Right there. Okay. Because I don't think I have any more oxygen line outs, do I? No, I do not. Okay. Then yes, we will definitely have to just grab off of that line. It's going to be the easiest side to get at it. Actually, maybe off this side. Are you actually not producing enough? Oh, you're actually not producing enough. I don't want to take off this line. I am just barely producing enough as it is. I need another air separator. Okay. Well then, that's easy enough. Now, the nitrogen, what was I doing with the nitrogen off the original one? Was I just burning it? I sure was. Okay. Oh, and it doesn't even pollute. Alright, that makes sense, because air is already mostly nitrogen. I just have to do it to make it official. Fair enough. Right, well, that sorts that out. Okay. Corn mash. Right, that needs to be milled, and it's going to need water. Would it be easier to do that here and truck the corn down, or do it up there and then truck the corn mash down? I suppose it doesn't make a huge difference. So I could even just like throw it over here or something off the water line. Although if I do it here, I could at least belt the... Yeah, we'll do it here. Because that way the outputs can be local. Then we just have to haul water from here, which is no problem at all. Basically, I'll just cut across here. And then throw some ramps down. Probably don't really need both of these, but I'm going to do them anyway, and there's definitely no question whatsoever. Right, so... Yes, we'll truck in corn. I guess I could have done it off wheat as well, but... No, that's for something else, never mind. Ignore that entirely. Anyway, so that'll be corn trucked in, water's in, and the animal feed, which we will get as a bonus, and that can just be trucked back to the chickens. That'll be fine. Okay. Okay, you are U-shaped. And you don't fit. Good? Good. Good. Can I have that, please? Thank you. And you want to be on that side anyway, so I kind of... Yeah, let's just change this a little bit. Let's put you on that side. Thank you. Alright, we put you there. Okay. Now we should be allowed to U-shape. Oh, no, sorry, it'd be pipe, right? It's liquid. Never mind. course that makes sense. It's a liquid. Why wouldn't it come out as a liquid? Silly sot. Now if I come over just a little bit, then there'll be room for a ramp here. You can just come around and connect however you like, that's fine. And now they can very easily get across here for that. Yeah, they can drive around there, no problem. I think that is going to do it. So, ethanol we can just store in a tank for the moment, and then carbon dioxide I guess we'll just have to burn. And then we need storage for... You know what, this whole thing maybe I should move over. Give myself a bit more room here. Let's have a bit more room, I think it'll be nice. Okay, better. Now I actually have some room to get through here. And I'm pretty sure that's 2 squares, so they should be able to get through that, no problem. Okay. This is fluid storage. I have no idea if I need a lot of this or just a little of it, so I'll, for now, do a smaller one. Where should I put the storage, though? Because eventually it's got to work its way up here, right? So maybe I come out and put it over here. I might even tuck it up right beside that glass. I'll leave room for trucks, but kind of right here, right? Yeah, let's try that. Okay, now they can cut through here to still get at stuff on this side. There's nothing coming across here anyway, so who cares? Yeah, I think that should do that. All right, we got the carbon sorted, ethanol sorted. Yeah, I think that's everybody. I guess I can explicitly say you are ethanol. Again, it shouldn't matter. They should figure that out pretty quick and easy on their own, but the mill has no recipe selected. You're correct. We can fix that. And let us start researching. Oh yeah, we have to do plastic first. I was going to say, why is it coming up here? But that's right, we need the plastics. So yeah, so let's get the plastics going. And that's going to be another new plant, so I can't pre-build that either, but that's fine. I'm going to need chlorine down here. Where is the chlorine? Actually, chlorine is way up here, isn't it? I'm thinking chlorine is going by truck. There's no way I'm running a pipe that long. That's not happening. Which I guess means I should have done all this up at the top, but oh well. I'm not ripping it all out and redoing it. That's just not happening. There we go. And with that, corn mash has started. Fermentation has started. Excellent. Alright, so I think we're going to leave things there for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like and a comment, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe, it really does help. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.